Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 23rd of September 2018, and I'm using the adorable animal tarot cards again for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of and what's coming up this week. These cards are really heavy, like all of the Doreen Virtue tarot cards. They're very big and they're really thick, and some of them even have kind of, gold lame on the edges and things. And I mean, I'm not the best shuffler anyway, but it makes it a bit more difficult. So if you're someone who has tiny hands or you're not that great at shuffling or whatever, then just bear that in mind, that these cards are big and thick and yeah. So let's spread them out a little bit. Let's choose that card that's calling me. We have Awakening. Okay, that's good. Then, oh, there we go. Let's pull that one. Two of Spring, that's good. And then this one. It's amazing how you feel. Do this, try this for yourself. It's so fun. You'd feel drawn to the cards. It's that feeling of take that one, take that one. Okay, so what have we got? We've got 12, which is Awakening. So that's a major arcana card. Then we have the Two of Spring. That's like the Two of Cups, I think. Spring, they've changed Cups to Spring in this deck. And then we have Two of Summer, and that also looks like love, but that's also a minor arcana card. So let's have a look at what these cards are saying. So first of all, Awakening is the giraffe, and it says, look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily, things will soon start moving again. Now, in the regular tarot, Awakening is the Hanged Man. So it's about changing your perspective, looking at things differently, and that is going to halt progress, but at least you start to see things clearly and they start to make sense. And once they do make sense, then you can start moving. And that's worth the wait. That's worth this kind of hindrance or halted progress. Because if you're working on something, if you're doing something, you don't want to be working on something that's totally in the wrong area anyway. You want to make sure that you're working towards something that you enjoy. Next card is the Two of Spring. Two of Spring is the Pelican. Your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist in your endeavors or expand the number of people helping you. Okay, so what we're seeing here is that you turn things around 180 and you start to see things differently. So for instance, you work at a bank as a cashier and you start to you go for a walk one day and you see a shop that's selling fake plants and you think, wow, there are other ways of making money, and you start to kind of contemplate the ways you could make money, and you see that whole theme of finances and income from a totally different perspective. And when you see it from a different perspective, that makes sense. It doesn't matter how long you've been halted or how long you've been on the wrong track. Some people never have an awakening. So this is something to celebrate. The awakening is something to celebrate totally, because for the first time in your life, you're seeing things clearly and you're seeing them in the best way possible so that you can make amazing progress. And this is heightened by this card because 1 and 2 is a relationship. It's about connection. So this new perspective brings you vision and creativity and dedication to this new cause, and it will bring you great success if you follow it up. And it may be in your best interest to communicate this with other people, to share your ideas, or to get someone to help. Although intuitively, I'm not really feeling that so much. I'm thinking that the main big blessing of the day is that your perspective really changes, and that you then take a totally different route. Instead of going there, you go there. Finally, we have the two of summer, and these two are so cute, these two lovebirds. And they say, the lovebirds, you're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. So what I'm noticing also is we've got a lot of balance here. 2 is balanced, and we've got another 2 here that's balanced. Today's the autumn equinox. It's when the daylight, the amount of daylight and the amount of nighttime is exactly the same. So day and night, 12 hours, okay? So exactly the same amount. So there is balance here on this day, and because there's this, a balance creates quiet and peace and calm, and it allows you to think. You know, if you're trying to multitask, if you're typing away at the computer and you're talking to someone and you're trying to scribble something down, it makes it a bit more difficult to get anything productive done. But when you have this balance, this space to just have peace, then you can look at things clearly. And I think your perspective changes around the way you communicate and think when it comes to work. And I also think there's another potential for, like this card says, turning a romantic relationship around, a relationship that's gone sour. This reminds me of one of the stories in the Alcoholics Anonymous book. There's something in AA called the Big Book. It's like this big blue book. It's not that big, but it's just hardcover and it's blue. And there are stories at the back of it, so people's experiences. And one of them was, I think it's the doctor's story or something like that. And he was married, and he said that the more he became dependent on, the alcohol, and he focused on getting his needs met through that, the more he started to look at his wife in a negative way, because she wasn't his priority anymore. His priority was getting his fix. So he focused on getting his fix, and that's where he was giving his love to, really. Because if you're addicted to something, that becomes your number one priority in life. So he was giving his love to the addiction. So obviously his wife probably wasn't, because he was withdrawing from her, she probably wasn't effervescent with love and bubbliness because she's not getting anything from him. So she may have pulled back as well. And then that person thinks, well, my wife doesn't love me, poor me, and I need to drink more. But what was interesting about this story was that the more he fell into his addiction, the more negatively he saw his wife. And when he stopped, he started to see his wife in a totally different way. He started to see her positive aspects again. And I'm sure we've all done this. I know I have. At certain parts of my life, I've looked at something or someone and have just gone, oh no, that's not acceptable. I'm not interested, don't want that. And at other times in my life, the same thing I've desperately wanted and massively desired. So our wants and our desires, they come and go like leaves in the breeze. So it's not so important to focus on what is right now and, how things are at this point in time. What's important is your perspective and your awakening and seeing your future and deciding to take your power back, how you're going to build relationships with people, how you're going to communicate. Are you going to continue to gossip and be negative now that you've seen the light? Probably not. You're probably going to be more about, hey, do you know anyone who has any experience in publishing, because I want to get this book published. And through that relationship with someone else that only comes through your awakening, that is what enables you then to fall in love either with this book project that you're doing or with the person that's been helping you. So it's going to benefit you either in your working, thinking, and communicative life, or it's going to benefit you today in your love life. That your change of perspective, your awakening, allows you to see a person in your life for what they really are. Like if someone's been holding a torch for you for 5 years and you've never even noticed them, maybe today you notice that this person has been madly in love with you for the last 5 years, and you see them for the first time and you're like, oh, I realize that we're not just friends. I love you too. Wouldn't that be amazing? So that's what I get. It's a really great day for you to make progress, because this giraffe is turning upside down for you and is allowing you to see things from a totally different angle, which then opens up the whole world for you, and you start seeing positive things where before you didn't see anything. So it's awareness, it's added vision, it's greater insight. 12 and 2 is 14 and 2 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7, and 7 in numerology is mind and creativity. Your mind and your perspective and your way of thinking changes. That then changes your relationships, and the changed behavior is so positive that it leaves you in a place of love. And that's loving what you're doing or loving the person you're with. This is the ultimate outcome. And I think these two are so cute. So keep that image in mind, that just lovely spending time together, sitting on a branch, having the flowers around you. That looks like a good time to me. It looks really enjoyable. So you will be in a positive state of mind. You will see things with a fresh pair of eyes. So make sure that you take note, you pay attention, and you don't dismiss this new view. It's really helpful, especially for people who are looking to build a new life and who are looking to move into a new chapter or build a new relationship with something, or bring more activity and action and richness into your life. So that can apply to a lot of us. So this is a really good day to give yourself a little bit of time. It's also a Sunday, so most people aren't going to be as pressured as they usually are, so you may have a little bit more time. Don't just spend the day doing errands and vacuuming and stuff. Also spend time a little bit thinking about what the future looks like and what's important to you. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.